What's going on, everyone? Welcome to something that I'm very excited to do, a video on Crash in Modern Warfare with the TAR. It's not the TAR, it's the Ram 7, which, unfortunate naming, just makes me think of Ram Ranch. This gun is nuts. It's going to be the next Is It OP. It is actually my favorite AR in the game, and I can say that after using it pretty much exclusively for 5 hours, give or take, last night. I played Crash 24/7, and a lot of people were coming into the stream and talking about it and saying, like, hey man, I don't know how you can enjoy this. Like, this is so campy, it's ruined by the player base. And I have a couple thoughts on that. First and foremost, though, let's talk about the thought process behind having the map be a little bit changed, right? So there's some added areas that you're about to see if I actually push through this door. Like, this entire square over here is something that wasn't in Crash in Call of Duty 4. I mean, that area existed, but you couldn't get in it. This area did exist. And they added that area so you can, well, you can get around the blue room spawn trap. In fact, a lot of the additions that they've made, which are only, I believe, that area, and then another room over back by a domination site, those are really good additions in my opinion. Full stop. They are. And here's why. That adds a much-needed other avenue to get out of that spawn. Actually, both of those add much-needed avenues to get out of those spawns, which have traditionally been some of the worst spawn traps in the history of Call of Duty. Now, before I get into all of the reasons why I like these, I do want to say a couple things. This is not a perfect map, right? There's spawn issues, especially in headquarters, where you're spawning in the headquarters when your team is not even, when your team's capping it, which is weird, or you're able to spawn trap people because they're just continuously spawning in one building. It was really odd. Like, I got a 6-man spray because they just kept coming out of the building. I was like, I'm in your spawn. It does matter. So they can adjust the spawns, and hopefully they will. Excuse me, but I do think that there's quite a few moments in this particular map where I was playing on an objective game mode and I was spawning into people's sprays. One of the time I spawned next to the barrels in hotel in the middle of the map. That's not a spawn point. Don't put me there. There's a million people looking at that spot at all times. I'm guaranteed to die. So, outside of that, a lot of people were talking about the campiness, the fact that people just sit in buildings, and really, I didn't experience that outside of TDM. This game is always going to be campy, especially with the addition of doors, which, again, I don't think are a bad mechanic. It's just kind of annoying how some of the doors interact with the game. The fact that you can't shoot them open, and especially the door up on top of shop over here on the right. If it's open, you can't walk past it in the railing to get to the windows. You have to shut the door and then walk past. So whoever designed that building, you shouldn't be an architect ever. Now that I got all that out of the way, I'm very excited for the future of Vacant, which I think you can technically play if you're on the C flag in Port, which is the ground war map, the new ground war map, which I love the fact that they included that in the new map. How cool is that? And I just realized I don't have my glasses on. So, sorry, it's early in the morning, and I can't see anything. No, I'm popping off. I think I dropped 50 plus kills in this game, which might have been the first time that I've done it. But the future changes that they're making to the map to keep this map moving along with the pace that Modern Warfare has already set as standard is a brilliant move. I don't care who you are. I am the biggest fanboy of COD 4, and Crash is a top 5 map in the history of the franchise, and the additions that they've made have not made me even remotely dislike the map. In fact, they've made me like it better. Like, I played Crash so fucking much. So much, all right? So these slight changes are kind of welcome because they alleviate a lot of the long-standing problems that I had with the original map. I mean, even this, like, the area behind me where they used to have pallet stacks and it was kind of worthless, they made it wider and more open. They removed the pallet stacks. Like, that area feels better to be in. You can actually sit there and try and get some kills instead of feeling like you're in this, like, little narrow area. The A spawn has a way bigger spawn area. They moved you back on the C spawn for domination as well. The helicopter in the middle has better visibility. And better than that is, again, the changes that they made to that box area over there. So a lot of people people have been saying they fucking hate it. First of all, it's the easiest pre-nade in the history of Call of Duty. All right, you just stand behind the dumpster, you hold the frag grenade for 3 seconds, and you chuck it over there and it explodes right on top of the broken wall. Number two, it counters that head glitch that I was sitting on that everyone used anyways, so now you just have opposing head glitches. Some people might say that the other one's better. I still don't think it is, because there's only a very limited amount of space where your nade can go. Back there, it's really easy to hit that pre-nade. And then also it took me 2 games to find a better head glitch for that. If you are on the right side of the helicopter, the one that I'm approaching, you can jump up on the first little lip, not the top, but the first little lip of it, and you can only see their head. I don't even think you can be seen from the head glitch spot. It is unbelievable. It might be the most absurd head glitch ever, because it is only good for that one position. And also, if I use that all the time in future games. This was the second game that I used the tar, by the way, so you can tell this has no attachments on it. This is the raw tar. And then, you know, I just use it for the rest of the day, and it was incredible. Yeah, you can also watch this alleyway from the helicopter. You can watch the top of Blue from the helicopter. I mean, guys, it's been 1 day, 2 days, and I feel like nobody's even remotely thought, like, hey, how do I counter these things? They're just, like, complaining because it's different. And truthfully, if they keep up this level of quality for a remake, I'm going to be thrilled. None of the new Call of Duty maps, except for maybe Hackney Yard or Gunrunner, felt as good as this. It felt like a Call of Duty map. I felt like I was able to play again. And I understand that people are getting upset about campy stuff, but, like, that's just Modern Warfare, and there's nothing we can do about it. So, this is faster than most of the other maps play. 2 thumbs up on me. Let's talk about the tar, which is never going to be called the Ram, but it is the tar. This gun has an incredibly high rate of fire, low recoil, great iron sights. I think some of the best iron sights in the game. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to use it as my de facto mid-range AR. If you're playing on Gunrunner, Hackney Yard, maybe Azir Cave, this thing's really, really good at medium range. It's better than the M13, in my opinion, and in that regard, hell yeah. Also, look, you can jump up here, which is incredible. You can use, not this way, yes. You can mantle that way and mantle up onto the right side, and you can get over. Quality of life change that, like, honestly, I'm here for. So, I don't know why I gotta keep clearing my throat. We had another new weapon, all right? The other new weapon, which turns in the G36C, is awful. It is. I don't care. I used it for about 2 hours yesterday. It is a 5.56 weapon, so it hits not as hard as the M4, I swear. More recoil. In fact, the only thing that it has going for it is a 100-round magazine. And then when you use a 30-round G36C or G36 conversion, it just makes it have a smaller mag. The gun still sucks. It's cool for nostalgic purposes because it truly is the G36C, and that's great, but it really needs some buffs because it's just outclassed by the Kilo, by the M30, everything. It's just outclassed, but I love the fact that it exists. I really do. And for that, I thank them for adding 2 new guns. I'm excited to try the new Vacant, and the new Terminal, and all of these new, all these new maps, new air quotes, because it's going to keep me coming back at the very least once every 2 weeks when they release it. Do we know when the frequency that they're going to release it? I think it's like every 2 weeks, right? Sucks that they're drip feeding it. But since I still have a little time in the video, let's talk about the Battle Pass, which takes a pretty damn long time to level up, about 45 minutes per level of the Battle Pass. Costs $100 to unlock it all, which is about twice as much as it did for Fortnite, I believe, or Counter-Strike. The rewards are pretty good, in my opinion. I like a lot of them. And then the transactions that you can buy, like the little bundles, some of them are really, really good. I am waiting on the Notice Me Senpai package to come into my rotation because it has a fucking weeb skin for the Odin, which is awesome, and I need it, and I'm happy about it. I've seen a lot of people upset that they're doing it this way, but all I can say is that in previous Call of Duties, you'd pay $20, $16, I guess, for 3 maps plus 1, smaller map, like a 2v2 or 1v1 or whatever. And that was it. And then sometimes you'd have to spend $20, $30, $50, $100 to get the new gun in a supply drop and all this shit. If overly priced and super expensive cosmetics are what's going to stop Activision and Infinity Ward from, watch this nade, by the way. I can't believe I get this guy. Incredible. Wait, I didn't get the nade kill. You know what? It doesn't matter. You know, even though we've got all of these, like, very overpriced skins, if that's what it takes to keep having quote-unquote free downloadable content come to the game, then shut up and don't buy any of it. Like, seriously, look, this is the head glitch. That's the head glitch right there that I was talking about. It is so good. You could only see their heads. So, look, just use that in the future and you're going to be unstoppable. But I just don't understand. People are like, dude, I paid $65 for it. Like, it's not free. Yes, it is. You paid $65 or $60 for the game as it was shipped. That is just what you did, all right? It's like, I don't understand that argumentative point. I will forever defend cosmetic-only microtransactions for free gameplay in exchange for anything, all right? I just don't make me buy a map pack. Just give it to everyone. That way we don't segment the player base. That way we have, you know, fresh content. That way you can, you know, enjoy shit and you don't have to actually spend additional money. So all of this stuff together really makes me think that there's no one group of people that are ever going to be, like, happy about this, and that's fine. But I want to say credit where credit's due. Fortnite has literally $20 skins, too. I mean, it's a free-to-play game, great, for sure. This isn't. Let them have $20 skins. I'm not going to spend 28, 40, whatever, how much money to randomly get something. And I'm pleasantly surprised at the frequency of patches, the updates that the game devs have been giving to the game. This is a disgusting peak for Search and Destroy. I went 55 and 18 in this game. The TAR is the best gun in the game. Prove me wrong. I love it to death. But no, I'm happy. There's a lot of things that need to be changed in this game, balance-wise, quality of life-wise. But the monetization model, it doesn't affect you if you don't want to spend money. So just don't spend money. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Thrilled to have Crash back. And I'll be making some more of these videos when we get some more classic maps. See you guys later.